people. Sorry that the phone cut out, and my phone was having serious recording issues. So now I'm recording on my tablet. So, there's going to be two videos for my up. There's going to be my original video because I didn't want to redo it because I've already recorded this 3 times, so I didn't want to redo it. So I'm going to post my video on my phone, and then there's going to be this video that I'm going to post, so it's going to be a double feature. I'm sorry, I know there's no excuse, but, I'm having issue. But where I left off, I was talking about Carl and Mr. Muntz were, fighting, and, Russell learned to climb and distracted the dogs that were flying in the airplanes, and he, steered the house towards the opening, so Kevin and Doug and Mr. Fredrickson or Carl could all get on the house, get in the house, and they could fly away. But then you hear a shotgun, and then so you wonder where the shotgun is coming from. And so when everybody runs to go you hear the shotgun, and then it's Mr. Muntz with the shotgun, but then the house starts to fall off the blimp when the shotgun is fired, and then so Carl holds on to the hose, and then he's trying to hold the house up, but then Mr. Muntz is going forward to try to kill Doug, Russell, and Kevin, and so Carl doesn't know what to do. Carl's like, no, leave them alone, and then obviously he's trying to bust into the house, and then he says to Russell, he's like, Russell, hold on to Kevin, don't let go of her. And then he's like, Kevin, chocolate. And then, because Kevin loves chocolate, so he holds up a chocolate bar, and so Kevin runs past Mr. Muntz and goes out the window, and then you see Mr. Muntz jump after them, but then he gets caught with balloons, and the house is he's separated from the house now, and the house is off because the hose broke off. So now Mr. Muntz fell, and he I assume he fell to his death, and because it's really high, obviously. And then so you wonder what's on the end of the hose now. So now Kevin, Doug, and Russell are all on the end of the hose, and then you see Russell say to Mr. Fredrickson or Carl, I'm sorry about your house. And then he says, you know what? It's just a house. And then so then Carl ends up taking the spirit of adventure. He ends up keeping it, and then he ends up keeping all the dogs too. And then so they fly back to where they're from, and then Russell is getting his senior Wilderness Explorer badge, and obviously everybody's all spick and span and clean, and because of the explosions and everything, he's all dirty, and obviously everybody's getting their badges by their adults. Obviously, again, his dad works a lot, so he wasn't there, and so, but you see Carl to give him the badge, and then the counselor gives him the badge. He says, sir, and then you see Carl kneel down, and he says, Russell, for assisting the elderly and going above and beyond the call of duty, I give you the highest honor I could bestow. And then you see him clipping the stuff, and he says, the Ellie badge. He gave him the grape soda bottle cap that Ellie gave to him. So he, again, like how she passed on the adventure book, he passed on that message. So he says, when he pins it on, he says, I give you the highest honor I could bestow, the Ellie badge. And it's obviously a one-of-a-kind badge, because nobody else was going to have that. He goes, wow, and then he hugs him. And then he holds it up, and you see a woman, and she claps, and then all the dogs that they kept are in the audience. And then it's the end of the movie, and you see them, Mr. Fredrickson or Carl and Russell outside that ice cream shop that he was talking about earlier. and then he's eating a specific ice cream, and Mr. Fredricksen is eating a specific ice cream, and then they're like pointing out the red cars and the blue cars, and then Mr. Fredricksen is cheating by saying that bikes are red and the fire hydrant, and then you zoom out or zoom up, and then you see the Spirit of Adventure blimp, and then you see clouds, and you're back at Paradise Falls, and you see, as it zooms out, you see the house right where Ellie dreamed it would be, next to the falls. And then obviously it ends, and then it's roll credits, and then, you know, it says my new adventure book. You know, it's like the adventure book, that's the end credits. It says my new adventure book, and you see all the stuff that happens. So, like, Russell teaches Mr. Fredricksen about the internet, and Doug ends up having puppies and all this other stuff. And it's a beautiful film. It's really something to admire. Like, it's definitely a step in animation that I definitely like. You know, not a lot of obviously there's no other Disney movie like this that like focused on, I guess, the focusing on growing up in a way, like the aging, you know what I'm saying? Like, they focused on old people, and somewhat real life situations that people focus on, you know, obviously, like Ellie with her fraternity issue. Not everybody can have kids, you know, and that's really sad. You know, and obviously everybody will lose their significant other eventually. Obviously it's very sad, and, you know, I couldn't imagine losing anybody that I seriously loved like that. I mean, I personally wouldn't know, because obviously I'm only 18, gonna be 19, so, I mean, I've never been married. I don't think I'm planning on it, but, you know, who knows where life will take me. But, you know, it's a beautiful film overall. It's definitely, you know, one of my favorites. If I had to rate the movie 1 out of 5, I'll give it a 5 for the sake of story and the sake of, like, that, like I said, the focusing on something that Disney and Pixar aren't used to. And I'm definitely excited because if you are popular, like, with YouTube and, like, social media, obviously, you know, there's, like, rumors going around that Disney and Pixar are, like, trying to make, as you know, everybody's, like, lately with Disney and Pixar, they're all trying to make their movies live action. Obviously, proof with the Beauty and the Beast movie coming out next week. Yeah, next week. But, you know, and I'm really excited to see that, too. But, like, there's supposedly rumors that they're trying to make up live action, but they have trouble with casting. So I'm really excited to see if they get that off, to, you know, if they launch the project, where it's going to go. But that wraps up this video. If you have any suggestions, write it down in the comments, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!